Hello everyone, and thank you for watching. My name is Malik Gray, and I am a developer here at the Salesforce Center of Innovation. Today I will be talking about release management, including why it was needed and how we've implemented it to solve some improvements in our processes. The Salesforce Center of Innovation, COI for short, is focused on continuing to improve the quality of the applications that are released in Salesforce. In accordance with this view, we decided to create a release management process. Release management is the process for managing, planning, scheduling, and controlling the build of an application through different stages and environments, in addition to testing and deploying application releases. The goal of the new process was not only to focus on improving the quality of applications being released, but to also increase how often we are able to release these high-quality applications. When the COI was first established, there was no defined process for how development, deployment, and release management should be handled. This caused confusion and ultimately led to low quality of applications that were being pushed and increased errors and the number of times an application had to be fixed for bugs. In addition, when it came to testing, we had no way of knowing or keeping track of if an application was tested thoroughly. When applications are not tested thoroughly, this means that problems aren't found until production, which increases the level of effort required to solve the problem. There also wasn't a defined schedule to follow during releases. This caused issues when it came to deploying new releases. There would be conflicts with one person's release running into another person's release schedule. In order to resolve some of these challenges, a new release management SOP was created. This document outlines the process for development, deployment, and release management when creating applications within Salesforce. In this new SOP, we required there to be proof that testing was being completed, that there needed to be a planned time for scheduling deployment, as well as the process of developing and deploying new applications to the different environments. It also required code reviews, which requires a developer in the COI to review the code and ensure that the quality is high and it won't cause any conflicts with other code that is in production. In addition, a new process for creating release schedules for a release was added to Salesforce. This helped assist with scheduling conflicts during release week. Here is an example of what the new process looks like. First, we conduct an architecture review to ensure that the overall design is feasible. Next, code development occurs with unit-level testing by the developer writing the code. After the code is ready for review, a COI developer signs off on the code review and allows the developer to deploy the code to the UAT environment. In the UAT environment, the group that is creating or had the application created for them will be required to provide business users to test the application. Once the business users have signed off on the app, then it is finally released to production. I will provide a demo of the deployment and release scheduling process that occurs when an application is ready for release. First, I have already logged into Salesforce. Next, I navigate to the SFCOI application using the App Launcher. I select the COI SF Releases tab. Then I will create a new release week from July 30th to August 3rd and call this July Release 2018. After the release is created, I need to schedule a deployment for this release. I click on the Related tab and click New under the COI Deployments section. For this example, I will say that I'm the one doing the deployment and look up myself for the deployment done by field. We'll leave most of these values as default. The deployment type options are scheduled deployment and off-cycle deployment. There's also a checkbox to keep track of if release notes have been attached for the deployment or not. We need to select the business unit that this application is being deployed for. We'll use TeamQuest as the business unit for this example. From here, we will set the times for which we will schedule code validation and deployment, as well as the method of deployment. Once this has been completed, we'll click Save. Now we can see that the deployment has been scheduled. During release week, we can look at the different deployments that have been scheduled, and this helps us avoid conflicts during a release week. This concludes the demo for release scheduling. Ultimately, the COI wants to push towards having as much of the release management process be automated as possible. This allows for applications to be produced more quickly and ensures a consistency in the manner of release by not allowing steps to possibly be missed. We can guarantee a high level quality of code is getting pushed to production this way. Here's a list of some of the tools that we are considering using to manage the release management lifecycle. Next, I will show the future process that we would like to achieve, which is more automated. This new process is very similar, but many of the processes are now fully automated except those that will require human verification, such as unit testing and user acceptance testing. Having a good release management lifecycle helps ensure that the code that is being pushed to production is always high quality and should have no errors. With the release management process in place, we now have a standardized way of ensuring that development and deployment is occurring correctly in a manner which ensures the high level of quality that is expected by our teammates. We will continue to improve the release management based on feedback from the business groups and by helping speed up the current manual processes by automating them. Thank you for watching and have a great day.